NFL is back tonight. Masks are returning to some classrooms, and President Biden blocked oil drilling in part of Alaska. That's some of what we'll get to on The 7 from The Washington Post. I'm Jeff Pierre. It's Thursday, September 7th, and our newsletter turns 2 years old today. Happy birthday to us. Let's get you caught up with today's 7 stories. Number 1, Donald Trump's trial in Georgia could last up to 4 months. The former president and 18 others are accused of conspiring to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia. Prosecutors laid out the timeline for the trial in court yesterday. They said the Georgia trial could feature testimony from more than 150 witnesses. It means that Trump could spend months sitting in a courtroom in Atlanta at the same time that he's running for president and juggling 3 other criminal cases. And in other legal news, prosecutors said yesterday that they plan to charge Hunter Biden this month. Court papers suggested that President Biden's son will be indicted on a gun charge. Number 2, Mexico's Supreme Court decriminalized abortion in federal health facilities. Yesterday's ruling means that more than 70% of women in Mexico will have access to legal abortion. That includes everyone who uses the federal health system, like federal employees, salaried workers who pay Social Security, and people living in poverty. It's a historic moment for women in Mexico. Acceptance of abortion is growing in the country. And yesterday, 2 women won their primary elections representing the country's leading political parties. It means that Mexico will most likely elect its first female president next June. Number 3, President Biden blocked oil drilling in part of Alaska's wildlands. The move will protect over 10 million acres of Alaska's North Slope. That includes nearly half of Alaska's National Petroleum Reserve, which is the nation's largest expanse of public land. The administration is also canceling leases granted under the Trump administration for oil exploration in the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. The refuge is an important habitat for polar bears, caribou, and waterfowl. But many climate activists and environmentalists are not totally satisfied by the move. The new restrictions won't stop the Willow development. That's a large Alaskan drilling project which was approved by Biden in March. Number 4, Texas was ordered to move a floating border barrier in the Rio Grande. A federal judge said yesterday that the barrier is a threat to public safety. It's a 1,000-foot string of spike buoys meant to stop migrants from crossing the river. Texas has until September 15th to relocate the barrier to the U.S. side of the riverbank. But the office of Greg Abbott, the state's Republican governor, said it would appeal the ruling. Number 5, masks are returning to some American classrooms. A scattering of schools are bringing back mask mandates as coronavirus rates are on the rise. They include an elementary school in Maryland and a junior high in Alabama. New York also plans to give out masks to schools, but the state is not requiring their use. These campuses are the exception, but some conservative lawmakers and presidential candidates have criticized the moves. Although coronavirus rates are rising, hospitalizations are far below where they were a year ago. If you have questions, check out the link in our show notes where experts offer advice on what precautions to take. Number 6, the NFL regular season kicks off tonight in Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes and the defending Super Bowl champion Chiefs will face the upstart Detroit Lions tonight at 8:20 p.m. Eastern. The game airs on NBC. Most of the Week 1 games are on Sunday. One to watch, the Miami Dolphins visit the Los Angeles Chargers in the afternoon marquee game. And on Monday Night Football, quarterback Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets play host to the Buffalo Bills. There are a number of storylines to watch this season. Can the Chiefs hold off Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, the Chargers, and other contenders in the AFC? Will Arizona, Indianapolis, and the LA Rams be historically bad? You can find answers to these questions and read more about the upcoming season by clicking the link in our show notes. And at number 7, Freddie Mercury's piano sold at auction for nearly $2.2 million yesterday. It's a pretty important musical instrument. The Queen frontman used the baby grand to compose some of the band's most loved songs, including Bohemian Rhapsody. Sotheby's auction house said the $2.2 million price was the most anyone has ever paid for a composer's piano. It's at the center of a 6-part auction series in which hundreds of the star's possessions from his London home will go up for sale. That's the show for today. If you're feeling hungry later, the Washington Post analyzed 7.5 million Yelp reviews and developed a formula to identify the best regional pizza styles in each state. You can even search for the best pizza shops in your area. So check it out by clicking the link in our show notes and go get yourself an exceptional pie wherever you are. I'm Jeff Pierre, and I'll meet you back here tomorrow.